Hello and welcome to the Daily Dose of Safety with Dr. Charlie Cartwright. So today I want to talk about leadership and specifically leading yourself because that's an essential aspect of your leadership. And it's impossible to lead your team as effectively as you're capable of without leading yourself first. And so what do you need in order to lead yourself first? And I showed the graph earlier. You can see it kind of behind me. And the red lines in the graph are motivation. And you can see from the graph, motivation comes and goes and people will give up. But the green line in the graph, that line is discipline. Okay. And you can really see the trajectory of discipline, right? Coming. And so I love to read. Anyone that knows me knows this. And I really believe that part of leading yourself is becoming a reader, an avid reader. And as a leader, there's no way you'll ever reach your full potential without reading. It's impossible. There's too much information, there's too much knowledge available. There's too many things you don't know. And the thing about it is you don't know what you don't know. And so that's the beauty of it. That's the challenge of it. That's the excitement is these discoveries that we have that enhance our ability to lead, our ability to lead ourselves and our ability to lead others. And so one of those discoveries for me is discipline. And I hear a lot about motivation. People talk about getting motivated, staying motivated to go to these motivational seminars. But the problem with motivation is it's unreliable. You can't count on it. It comes and goes. You never know when it's going to come. You never know when it's going to go. You never know how long it's going to stay. But discipline, rain or shine, night or day, evening or weekend, it shows up 24/7, 365. And one of my favorite quotes that I refer to often is by Tolstoy. And he said, the two greatest warriors are patience and time. And I thought a lot about it, and I believe that's true. So if they're the two greatest warriors, how do you get patience and time to fight for you? How do you get them to join your metaphorical army, right? And I realized last week that if they're the two greatest warriors, then that means they always win, right? They're winners. They want to win. They want to be fighting on an army that wins. So, in order to get them to come and fight for you, it depends on the general that's leading your army, right? And your general needs to be disciplined. If your general's disciplined, patience and time will come and fight for you. But if your general's motivation, they're not going to show up because it's a waste of time, right? Because if you're just motivated, it doesn't matter how much patience you have. You're inconsistent, you're going to fail. If you're just motivated, it doesn't matter how much time you have because it's going to come and go. Your actions and activities are going to be inconsistent, and so are your results. But if you're disciplined, then that's where the magic happens. That's where the power happens. And so with discipline, patience pays off. With discipline, time pays off, right? So discipline is really the key to the kingdom. And discipline creates permanent change where metamorphosis is not metamorphosis, but motivation is fleeting. And so I've seen people, let's say you had a weight loss goal of 30 pounds. And they're motivated to lose that 30 pounds, and they lose the 30 pounds. It's fantastic. But then they don't keep it off. Why? This is because they didn't have discipline. Discipline not only allows you to lose the weight, but it allows you to keep it off, right? That's what discipline is. So I can be motivated to read a book, and then I'm motivated and I read this book, and then I don't pick another book up for 6 months. That's what motivation looks like. But discipline is, hey, I got my hour a day that I'm going to commit to reading. And when you do that, a book a week. It's a book a week, a book a week. And then at the end of the year, that motivated person maybe read two, three, maybe four books on a great year. The disciplined person has read 52 books. Okay. So then let's look at that 5 years later. That disciplined person has read 260 books, if my math's correct. That motivated person in 5 years has maybe read 15, 20 books. There's no there's no comparison to the knowledge base. And now when you start converting that knowledge into what you already know, say, and do, the person that read the 260 books is significantly more enhanced and ready to lead than that person that only read 15, 20 books. There's just no comparison there. So that's the power of discipline. And there's so many spaces that we can apply discipline in our life. When we're leading ourselves, I think discipline is essential. Motivation creates temporary change. Discipline builds positive change. So be disciplined. And that's my message for today. I hope this finds you well. And until next time, take care.